We're going to go and navigate this home screen, as you can see pop up. We're going to navigate this home screen, and then I'm going to walk you through making a design. Okay. But the biggest thing I want you to know about Canva is you have to put in practice time with Canva. You're not going to just automatically know what to do. I'm self-taught with Canva. I know there's things I still don't know because I just didn't take the time to learn it, but I know what I need to know for what I need to do. Practice is going to make perfect when you use Canva. The more you use it, the more proficient you become in it. Okay. So I just want that to be the biggest takeaway. I have notes, y'all, because I'm a teacher. That's what I do. Have notes. All right. So the dashboard. This is, I call this the home screen, but you can pretty much say that this is the dashboard. You have your search where it says search anything, like it's asking you what will you design today. You could search anything. Like if I want to put social media, I can do that, and you see it comes all the way up. And it also brings up designs that I made in the past. So you have your social media post, social media presentation, social media report, social media calendar. Like it can do anything. If I say wedding invitation, a lot of people are using Canva to do wedding invitations. Because it's more cost efficient for them. So if I do wedding invitation, I can search for that, but they also have a wedding invitation video, wedding invitation card, wedding invitation Indian. I don't know what that means, but that's what it has. So yeah, you can pretty much search anything. Create design. We're going to go to that in a second. We're going to come back to that. But when you click on create design, it pops up another little dialog box. Y'all are still with me? Okay. All right, internet is just moving a little slow. Okay. But it pops up another dialog box where you can do a flyer, Instagram posts and everything like that. So we'll come back to that in a second, okay? But like I said, this is your home. That's what's highlighted. This is home. And as you can see all of my previous designs, everything that I've done before is right here. Projects. Projects, this is for the very organized person. Okay. This is for that person who has to have everything categorized and in a particular place. That section is for you. You can make up all your folders. As you see, I've made up folders for things, but I just put everything together. Templates. We're going to come back to templates in a second. Once we go into create, but like I said before, you have templates. You have like a plethora of templates for everything you can think of: logos, brochures, Facebook posts, templates for everything. Print shop. I'm going to skip brand and Canva AI. Canva AI, you literally just tell it to do something and it'll do it. Okay. Brand is more so for people who are designing with a team, and you have your business team and you work on Canva together. That's more so for that. Print shop, this you can actually have your design sent to Canva and they'll print them for you and send them back to you. It's a little pricey for some things, but if you just need a sample, this is a quick way to do it instead of going to a company and trying to get a sample through them. And approvals it's more so for like that business team that I was telling you about. And then you have apps that you can connect to Canva, AI tools to grow your marketing, content planner. Like this is an entrepreneur, like one-stop shop pretty much. So let's go up to create. We're going to start our design, and you can pick a template or you can start from blank. I usually like to start from blank because I like to create my own stuff. But when I need to save time, I will use a template to jumpstart an idea. Like if I know what I know what I want to do, but I don't know how to achieve it, I use a template. Don't be ashamed to use templates. I mean, you got a whole bunch of people using the same AI system and getting the same design as everybody else. So use a template. Okay. It's nothing wrong with it. It saves time and it saves your brain from overworking. But what we're going to do here, and as you can see, you can even design websites, you can code sheets, whiteboard, like it's a whole bunch of things. But we're going to do the flyer. So it pulls up a blank flyer, and I'm going to see if I can check real quick, see if anybody else. Okay. I just wanted to make sure nobody was waiting in the waiting room. Okay. So I'm going to use this one, but as you can see, templates is already highlighted, and you have a bunch of other options here that we're going to go through. I will say this, your common canvas sizes or canvas sizes that you're going to choose from. If you need to make a flyer, it's going to be automatic 8.5 by 11 unless you go in and manually change the settings. Your presentation 16:9 ratio, that is for like PowerPoint presentations. That's the automatic setting with the 1920 by 1080 pixels. And then you have your Instagram posts, which are 1080 by 1080 pixels. Your Facebook cover, 820 by 312 pixels. So those are your sizes that are preset for you. If you need to change them, you have to go in and change them yourself. I don't know all those numbers. I'm an English teacher. I don't like numbers, okay? So just know those are the automatic settings. So as you can see, we have all of these templates. We're using flyer design. You have all of these templates to choose from, okay? So you just pick whichever template you want to use. I'm going to use this one up here because this is the one I chose. Notice when you click on a template, it takes you to another page. This is your template style. This is your automatic settings, your automatic color scheme, and your text that is on your flyer, okay? So we're going to walk through a couple of things here. So you have your basic or your core editing tools, like your text, your font and size, your changing color, moving and resizing. And I'm going to show you those things right now. So I'm going to come back to elements, but your text, everybody, we all know we want to look at the text. We want to start picking out the text and figuring out what it is. So notice when I click on the text on my design, it changes the bar up here. When I click off of it and just click on the design itself, it's something totally different. When I click on the text, it changes. This is your text bar, okay? All of these things have to do with the text. I can change the font here. When I click on this, this opens up, okay? This little font dialog box thing opens up. If I want to change the size, I click here and it gives me a drop-down menu and I can change the size. Color right here, the formatting of the text, bold, italic, underline, strike through, and I can make everything uppercase if I wanted to. The alignment, if I want to do center, if I want to do right, if I want to do full justification, whatever your alignment is, that's where you go right there. Your list, like if I want to do bulleted, I can do that. Okay. If I want to do some advanced settings on my text, I can do letter spacing. As you can see, it spaces my letters out way, 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 way out, or I can make them really, really, really tight, pretty much wherever I want them to be. Line spacing, I can make them the words sit on top of one another, or I can space them so far out. It's like, you know, how close you want to be to your in-laws. So you can do a lot of different things with the text, okay? You can even do an effect. Actually, let me do the transparency so I can make them ghost or bring them back full front on the color and everything, or I can make it disappear. I can do effects. The effects are really cool. I like using effects all the time. Um, and you can just pick and choose which one you, like I said, you have to really play around with Canva to get a grasp of it. So you can remove the effect too. And then you have animate. So animate does different things. Like if you're going to put this on social media, you can animate it to grab people's attention and stuff like that. That's more like I would explain more in detail, but we're on a time limit here. But yeah, you can do that. If you're just making a flyer to print out to put somewhere, you don't need effects, okay? That's more so for if you're going to post this on social media. Oh, also with effects, if you choose something and you realize, that's not what I want, I don't want an effect at all, then you have to remove the effect. Okay. Also, if you mess up, you have your undo button here. You have your redo button here. We're in our editing tools. This is the resize thing. Resize, if I decide I don't want a flyer, I want to do a social media post, like that's all I want to use it for, then you would click. And what you can do is resize this design. That's for like, you definitely know you're not going to use it for anything else. You're going to use it for social media or whatever it is that you want to change it to. But if you decide, you know what, let me make a copy of it with the new size and then keep the original size. Then that's what the copy and resize does. It will make a copy in the new formatted size that you want, but also keep the original design size that you had. So if you decide, you know what, I don't want the social media, I want to actually keep the flyer size, you already have it and you don't have to redo anything. Your file, this right here, you can change the name here, or you can change the name over here by your picture. The best thing about Canva, if you are one of the people who were born with Microsoft Word, we loved us some Microsoft Word, didn't we? Where you had to save everything every 3 minutes, every time you move something, or if the computer crashed, you were going to lose everything that you worked so hard for, especially at 11:59 p.m. when you had to turn in an assignment, right? So Canva automatically saves everything. You don't have to save anything. I will say, like, if you are having a power outage or something, then Canva will let you know that you're working offline, and whatever changes you make is not going to be able to save it for you. So that's good. And you can also manually save it, like right here, or you can make stuff available offline. And when you do that, you still have access to it. You can still save it and everything like that. Now, if you have the free plan, I don't know if you can make it available offline. I don't know. You can save it as a brand template for like your business or something. You can star it so it's easy for you to find on your home screen, which or if you're going to constantly work on it, you can just star it so it's noticeable to you, so that way you don't have to go looking for it everywhere. But Canva does a pretty good job. Like if you open something, that's usually the first thing that you see when you go on the home screen, so you don't have to search for it. You can move it to a specific folder. You can make a copy of it, download it, and you can download it here or you can download it on the other side. I'll show you. Or your version history. Now, version history is really cool. If you use Google Docs, anything Google, you will pretty much understand what version history is. But version history, you can restore your document to its original state if you need to, or instead of hitting the undo button 15,000 times, you can say, you know what, I want to scrub the whole idea. So go to version history and then back it up to before whatever, and it goes by the time. So that's pretty cool. You can just scrub the whole thing, say, I'm not doing anything, I don't like this, and move it to the trash and start all over from scratch. Okay, so that's all of those things there. Back to the text, animate, position the text. Position, this is called like layering. This is the layering section. you can actually overlap things and layer it. And what do I mean by that? I mean, like, you can send things like, let me see. If I wanted to put this here, I can actually, I don't know if it'll let me do it. Okay, here. See how my words disappear behind the circle? So I can actually move them forward. So they're sitting on top. And it's hard to see because the words are brown. But if I were to change the words to pink, you see how my words are sitting on top of it now? So that's how that works, the position. That works really well when you have pictures and images and things like that you need to use. Now, one of my favorite things is this right here, this background remover. Love this because when you click it, it removes everything in the background. It removes whatever is in that background. So if you just need, this is really good, like if you have a headshot or something like that and you need to put that particular image on something and make it blend, this is really good because you can clear the background out of the image that you want and then put a different background in there and blend it in. I do that with my students. They love that. They think it's funny, and then they want the picture on the smartboard all year round because of whatever. Like it's funny. But and they're seniors, so yeah. Anyway, I do that with their stuff at school. But this is pretty cool. This is really good for like if you're advertising and marketing and everything like that. You have the background remover tool. And you could do like extreme stuff with it too. I'm going to all of that. You have your eraser tool. You have the magic eraser. So you can come in and erase, like I want to get rid of all of that. It'll take it out. You see, it'll take it out. Of course, that's not really a good example, but I'm just showing you how it works. Okay. So that's that. And I'm going to show y'all the other cool things that you can do with this. So you have your uploads. Your uploads is where you put all of your pictures. I'm going to put my picture here. I don't want to use my other people's pictures. They may get mad at me. So you see what I'm saying? Like the background tool, like if I want to put this here, I could put that there, put my image there, and then move things over and do something like that and realign things so it fits the picture that I put there. Like I said, this takes just some playing around with, but as you can see, you can do that with it with your upload photos, and you just upload all the photos that you have that you want to use for whatever project that you have, and then you can play around with that. Get rid of all of that. Okay, that's the upload. Then you have your tools. You have your select tool, which that's what I'm using right now. You have your drawing tool that gives you different options to draw with, little things. Your highlighter, your eraser, and then that's the color thing right there for that. You can insert shapes, you have your lines, sticky notes, text. You can also do signatures if you have documents that you're using for business. You can insert signature. And you have inserting a table in case you need to make a table for whatever reason. Your projects. So remember the projects folder from the home screen. Okay. So here are the projects. You can actually insert that in your current design if you need to use it that way. And then you have your apps button here. You can add apps and do a bunch of different things. Your photos. Now, these are photos that Canva provides. If you have a free account, you're not going to be able to have access to all of the photos. So you have to, choose the ones that don't have the crown. All of the ones that have a crown are premium images. So if you have Canva Pro, you have access to all of this stuff because you're paying for subscription. And like if I want to use this, I can take that out and then do something like that. Whatever you want to do. Okay, you can do stuff like that. Once again, like I said before, it takes some playing around with. You can also insert audio. Like if you want to make a video, you can make videos. I've done videos off of Canva. I've done visual poetry, and you can use music. The music, of course, all of this is with a Canva Pro account. You can actually do videos. I've used the videos from Canva to do my visual poetry. And of course, you have access to those things if you have a free account or if you don't have a free account. But if you have a free account, you have to look for the videos without the crown. The ones with the crown are the ones that you have to have a subscription for. Background images, these are mostly for not that you can't, I mean, you can actually convert a picture or a video as your background image, but these are mostly catered to like having no distractions. Like they're really more so used for background imaging, so you can put text over them and everything without having to try to navigate through the image that's there. You can also connect your Google Drive with your Canva account, and you can also use QR codes in case you need to make a flyer. But let me say this about making flyers for social media. If you make a flyer for social media and you use a QR code, it's going to be hard for people to take a picture of the QR code on the flyer that you post on social media because a lot of people use their phones for social media. So just think about that, before you put a QR code on the flyer that you're going to put all over social media. Just think about that, all right? Not that they can't get to a desktop, but a lot of people are using their phones. But the QR code thing is there, so you don't have to go to a website. You could do all of that stuff here. Like I said, Canva is a one-stop shop. The elements. I told you I was going to walk you back to the elements. You have elements. You can literally type in anything here. Like I always use like gold lines or something. See my little design thing there? Gold lines. Like if I want to put gold lines somewhere, because I love me some gold lines. So if I do this, I can actually flip it horizontally and bring it in this way. And that red edge means that it's off the edge. And if I were going to get it printed, like with a professional printer, it's going to bleed. It's the bleed thing. Don't ask me what all of that stuff means. I just know it doesn't need to be off the edge like that unless you purposely want it off the edge. Okay. Oh, my time is running short. So as you can see, elements, go in and play with that. And you can put images and things like that there. Okay. So my time is running short. I just want to let y'all know, like, if you need any extra help or whatever, I am here. But I pretty much walked y'all in on everything. So just make sure that you go back and you play around with stuff. I didn't show you how to change the color on the background and everything, but you can pretty much figure that out. All of that stuff is there. What I do want to do is I want to give y'all a survey, and I want you on the survey to let me know how this helped. I hope this helped everybody. I hope this helped you a lot and it helped to explain some things to you and make it a little bit easier for you to understand Canva, because trust me, operating something new it's a lot. It's a lot, especially if you don't have a lot of time. So if you would just do that survey when you get the chance, the survey is there. But I also want to give you this presentation, the presentation that I pretty much walked y'all through. This presentation, if you go to my link tree, it's like $5, and that way you can just go back every single time. Like if you have a question, all the information is on the presentation. And I will also, like I said, this is being recorded, so it's going to be on YouTube. So that way you can go back and watch the video again if you had any questions, or if you got hung up on something and you couldn't remember how to get to something. So all of that information is there. So make sure you go to the link tree, and like I said, it's $5 for the presentation, but that's an investment because that way you don't have to constantly, try to run me down to ask me, which I don't mind answering questions or anything like that. But when you're like trying to get your stuff done in a timely manner, you don't have time to wait on Stephanie to respond because Stephanie be asleep sometimes taking a nap. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. And like I said, please respond to the survey so I know how helpful it was, if I need to do it again. Excuse me, if I need to do it again, or if I need to change some things up or whatever. But just let me know how I can help you better understand Canva or any other questions that you may have. Okay, I hope y'all have a great day, and I will see y'all later. Bye.
Thanks.
You're welcome.